But yeah, I feel like protein does need to be a part of everything now.
Wait, can you say what it is? We already spoke about this.
Yeah.
Okay, thinkers, it's time to put your thinking caps on. It's time to think. You think? Hey, girl.
Welcome back to You Think, a podcast
by two gays that don't.
on the Prima Donalds.
I'm Pink Pancake.
We are so back.
We're so back.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. Last time I set things up, I was so angry.
Yeah.
But we got these new tripods. Thank you for sponsoring us, Pringles. The official Pringle tripod is here in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel elated. Today.
As you should. I mean, I know you're joking about the Pringles thing, but if you look to your right, you're going to see a box of Khloe Kardashian chips that I was sent.
I saw that on social media. I swiped right past it, though.
Well, guess what? The Khloe Kardashian protein chips are delicious. And
wow.
If Cloud, you want to sponsor this in the future, just know we'll take $1 or more.
Let me just make sure that my phone is on Do Not Disturb.
DND.
We're getting disturbed. Don't bring that up.
My mom loves to always make acronyms out of everything. So I'll be like, here we are. And she's like, oh, HWA. And I'm like, Mama. You don't need to do all that, but Mom, if you're watching, I love you.
I hope that... One second. I just want to make this closer to me.
The tech in this podcast is really something else. It's just a lot to work through, but God, are we doing it?
Women in STEM.
And in the future, we're going to have a full team behind us.
Right.
But right now,
we have straight Luke and ourselves. And sometimes your husband.
Yeah.
We have 3 segments. Mm-hmm. First segment is called You Think. That's where we talk about ourselves and our lives. Second segment is called
Group Think, and we talk about things that the whole community is talking about.
And our last segment is called What Do You Even Think? And we're going to get into that later. This is our third official episode, and we are switching it up just a little bit because we've taken the notes from the fans. None of these episodes have been released yet, but we really can preemptively know what you're thinking.
I can feel what you thinking about.
Yeah.
But let's get into
what were you thinking about? Who should go first?
I'm gonna go first, and I'm gonna catch you off guard. Because we talk about everything. Mm-hmm. I saved one thing for the pod.
What?
Last night, I'm out at a bar called Flex.
Okay.
And I bump into someone.
Oh my God.
Someone who's a former enemy of mine. And he says, oh my God, hi. I saw Michael in the steam room this week, but he didn't tell you?
Oh, yeah.
We are talking about none other than this guy, Dr. Brad.
Yeah.
Who's a foot doctor who I had a falling out with. You didn't want to tell me that you saw one of my former enemies turned whatever. I don't really care.
I love Dr. Brad, and I didn't want to bring it up with you because... And we had a really
good time. So you're keeping secrets?
Keeping secrets. I just knew that this would happen, so I didn't
I just feel like in a friendship, maybe we shouldn't keep secrets.
You're right. Last time that someone kept a secret from me, it didn't work out.
Yeah, and I know I didn't tell you technically about the Khloe Kardashian popcorn until I posted it, but I didn't feel like that was a secret. So how was your time seeing Dr. Brad in the steam room?
It was awesome. We really caught up. Yeah, it was just a casual catch up.
So for the people,
I felt like there wasn't much to report.
Well, I'm gonna report for this.
But he said that he wanted to come to one of my shows soon.
Yeah,
it's just my fans, I'm not gonna kind of polarize them against my best friend.
Right. So Dr. Brad, for those who don't know, Dr. Brad is a gay guy we met in Fire Island years.
He became a reality star before both of us even attempted.
Yeah, and God, are we trying?
Yeah.
But he is. We met him in Fire Island. We're like, oh, this guy's hot. We have to become friends with him. We became friends with him.
No, can I actually say how I met him?
Please.
Because that's not the truth, Ellen. What actually happened is we were at the underwear party in Fire Island. No, Cherry Grove, at the Ice Palace, now owned by the people that own Red Eye. Hi, Red Eye, my home bar. And we were at the underwear party, and I went outside, and I saw this really hot, dude straight passing, which is really hot. Everyone knows that.
It's problematic, but it's hot.
Yikes. Trade down.
And
so I start flirting with him, and he is, such a fucking dude. He doesn't seem, gay.
Yeah, you wouldn't see that man and say gay.
Yeah.
In fact, last night when I saw him, he was wearing a sweater vest.
Exactly. Yeah. And not in like a Gen Z way, in like an earnest way. Mm-hmm. And I just started talking to him, and then his friend Sam was like, so unfortunately, he's only into daddies. And when I say daddies, I mean like geriatric. And yeah, so then we became friends, and we walked through the dunes together to get back to Fire Island Pines to go home that night. Mm-hmm. And I feel that we were. No. I feel like we were sleeping on the couch or something somewhere that evening. So I was really trying to go to bed. Yeah. But they're like, unfortunately, we're in like twin beds and we can't fit. I'm like, right. Darn it. So
okay, so that is the backstory. So basically, we became friends with him. He's a foot doctor. He was on this TLC show called like DisgustingFeet.com. Yeah. Which now can make you a buck on OnlyFans. But he but then a couple of years ago in our friendship, we had a falling out. We had a misunderstanding. We had a misunderstanding that I was correct about and he was wrong about. But basically, we were both in LA at the same time, and I was at a brunch, and I didn't know that he was there. And so, but he like walked in, and I famously have bad facial recognition.
He has what some would I'm sorry, I had a late night last night, and we're gonna get into that. So my voice is a little crackly. But Donald has
water
break, sip. And that was sponsored by Tap Water, now in protein. So Donald has face blindness. We went to a very small college together with 2,400 people, and there was one thing called Academic Row that people would walk by every day. And like, I lived with Donald. I would see him passing by, and I would wave to him, and he'd look at me like I was a complete stranger.
And I do this all the time. Even this guy Mikey, who we both know, he lives on our block. He's a friend of ours. We see him all the time. Yeah, like even if I see Mikey walking his dog, I'm like, no idea who that is. So anyways, I was at a bottomless brunch, already probably 100 mimosas deep. Mm-hmm. And our friend Brad showed up there with his parents. I didn't know he was going to be there. I didn't know he was going to be there with his parents. And I guess he waved to me, and I kind of like just walked right by him. And to this day, he was like, you have upset my family. You ignored me. You pretended you didn't even know who I was. That was so humiliating. I was like, babe, what? I love parents, and we are friends. I didn't clock you. I didn't know that you were going to be at the Abbey having brunch as well. He kind of like surprised me and showed up there. So we have never settled this. Last year in P-Town, we had about a 1 to 3 hour argument at another underwear party.
Oh, wow. I don't. Oh, yeah, I do remember that.
I bumped into him at an underwear
party.
I
wasn't part of it, but I remember hearing about it.
No, Peter was sitting there with this guy's husband, and they were just like, okay, we'll wait it out while these boys argue. And I was like, I would never ignore a parent. I love parents. What are you talking about? I love to make them laugh. Like, you're crazy. And he's like, no, you did. And I was like, don't tell me what I did. So anyways, to this day.
And that's why. No.
Yeah.
So I was going to say that's why you had Meredith Marks at your wedding.
Yeah. Great. But anyways, so we've never really solved it. And then last night I bumped into him at this small bar called Flex. And I said, oh, if it isn't my enemy. And he was like, enemy? I thought we were good. I was like, oh, you did? I didn't think so.
I think he like actually loves you.
He does.
And I think he
what's not to love?
I don't know. I think he's just like from Philly and like confrontational in a different way than we are.
Yeah, I mean,
even though I'm from Philly, but I'm from the main line, so
I was like, you're a good opponent to fight with because you're so stubborn and I'm so stubborn, and that's why this is still going on years later. So yeah, I'm seeing this man for the first time in a while, and he's like, and I saw Michael this week, and I was like, excuse me. So if you ever do something. Or see something, or say something, say something.
Say something. If you see something, say something. Yeah. And that's my mistake as your best friend. Mm-hmm. I know that every thought I've had in my head does get relayed to you.
Yeah.
And that's why I think it's my turn to talk now.
Okay, yeah. What are
I want to apologize. Unlike your guys' situation, I'm going to apologize. I feel like I'm on a big high right now because
like marijuana.
Yeah, except for not that. Yes.
It's legal.
No, I know.
Oh.
I know. I was actually talking to, I'll say I'm on a high because of two like really fun things happened this week. One was last night I do this variety show called Pankakke, and I had one last night, and I fucking like had the best time.
It was really fun.
I felt like it was I feel like every time it like elevates a little more, and I feel like really found my groove like towards the middle end of it. And
I wasn't sure if it was so good because of the performances or my 3 vodka martinis straight up, twist of lemon no vermouth.
It always helps to support your local gay bar by getting absolutely wasted and enjoying a show because you're so drunk that you don't know what you're watching.
And that's a PSA Prima. SA.
A pancake essay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, not essay. Girl. Recant.
Okay, so maybe PSA is not what we're going to say.
No.
Cool.
And now we've learned.
And we're listening.
We're listening.
Okay, so you're on a high from that.
I'm on a high from that. I really
You did a Christy Nome number that was so timely.
I did a Brian Nome number that was so timely.
Put some respect on
on the name.
On the name that must get destroyed.
Queen.
Do you identify with him as a crossdresser?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
He loves big titties. I love big titties.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of is giving like mask femme at the same time. I'm giving mask femme at the same time. I feel like we like our kind of artistic personas are like really aligned.
Yeah.
So that's how I felt like it was so easy to step into that role and really like experience like step into those balloon titties.
And when you say balloon titties, just for the folks who weren't there, you literally blew up 2 balloons on stage.
I had the best time like conceiving that number and doing that number. It was so fun.
Oh, you conceived?
Oh, yes, because I had balloon titties and I was fertile.
Phone infertile. Call back.
Yeah, call back to another episode.
Yeah.
So if you didn't listen,
then you're only getting episode.
So I was initially I was going to do Reflection from Mulan and do a whole thing like in a mirror with blowing up the balloons like becoming him. But then I thought it would be even funnier to do Beautiful by Christina Aguilera.
It was great.
And I came out with a suitcase, opened the suitcase, pulled balloons out of it, started blowing them up while doing Christina Aguilera, and then it went into Coconuts, of course. Anyway, it was so fun, and then I had these like incredible made them myself, thank you, projections.
Hey, it's good to gas yourself up if no one will do it for you.
I know it. Yeah. And since I did go viral making fun of him already, I think that I've been gassed up enough.
But you need to follow up. Like, once you go viral for something, you have to keep
doing that same thing over and over and over again.
Like so it's mirrors and whatever.
Oh, that could be something we talk about as a group thing.
Well, I'm saying, like, you just have to keep repeating
doing it.
Like Chris Crocker when they said, leave Britney alone. Like, it was before TikTok.
Dead name.
Yeah.
She's a trans icon now. Do you know that?
She's MAGA now.
Is she really?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Trans MAGA?
Yeah, you need to follow. It's
Caitlyn Jenner and her are probably best friends.
Yeah.
Yikes. That's crazy. Anyway, so speaking of MAGA, I did make fun of them. And my favorite part of the number was Christina obviously famously shot her dog. So in the number, I had a project in one of the video or pictures of Brian Nome that came out with his big titties. There's literally a dog like peeking out of from a door behind him.
You can't write this stuff.
It's incredible. Sometimes I'm like, oh, we are living in the TV show V.
Yeah,
that's what this all is.
And even though I haven't seen it in full,
you understand what I'm talking about.
I was that little guy carrying a purse once.
Yes, you were.
In my old job.
In your old job.
When I was a gay assistant. I was like, like so AKA nervous.
Someone's shadow.
Yeah, someone's shadow. But anyway,
so I used that picture, and I had a moment where I like did like the in a rifle and shot the dog. And it really got a big reaction from the crowd. It
was a highlight of the show, and I can't wait for the world to see it.
I can't wait for the world. I'm gonna post it maybe today if I get around to it.
So then after the show, I went to Flex, bumped into this guy who you were in a steam room with, who you didn't tell me a thing about.
Right.
And what did you do with the rest of your night?
Actually, I stayed at the bar and I drank a lot, and I want to I just fucking love Red Eye so much. I love all the staff there. I do drag there. I do this variety show there every other month usually, and then I also teach yoga there every Friday.
What kind of yoga would you say?
I would say vinyasa. It's clothing naked. Optional. Yeah, it's not naked. It's clothing optional.
And everyone opts to not wear the clothes.
No, it really is optional.
How many people? Let's say there's 4 people in class. How many people are wearing clothes?
I would say 4. are not wearing clothes. But if there's 5, I'd say 1 is wearing clothes.
Oh, and at the bar last night, I bumped into this guy who I'd never met before.
Yeah.
And he said, "Excuse me, are you friends with my yoga teacher who teaches yoga at Red Eye?" And I was like, "Yes." He's like, "I recognized you from that." And he seems to really enjoy your class.
Yeah, so if you want to come on Fridays, 5 to 6 p.m., it's $20 drop-in. Come on through, honey. Red Eye has everything. Red Eye has everything. They have Goon University, they have Pankakke, and they have Namaste, babe.
Okay.
But it really is like clothing optional. I keep my clothes on, so don't think you're going to come and see me naked.
Do you wear shorts?
I wear shorts. Like, literally these shorts.
Really
I also, speaking of, so yesterday I was, like, really busy.
So, yesterday.
Hillary died. She's so bad.
Do you think she just did a come clean, like, this year? Like, let the rain fall. Like, she released a new one.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know. I'll have to watch.
I would say the vocals are vocaling.
Oh, really? Good for her.
No, I would say that.
You would say?
But they're...
You would say they're vocaling? Or
if I would say that if they were.
If they were. Okay. Well, we're not here for the vocals. We're here for the fantasy of it all.
Right.
But one of my dreams, the Jantasy. Love that bitch. One of my dreams that I haven't figured out fully is I really want to do a performance of Come Clean where I'm douching on stage.
Wow.
But I haven't figured out.
Hasn't been done.
Right. I haven't.
Oh my God. Speaking of dreams, and we're gonna get back to the night that we had. This week, I'm sleeping. It's like 4 a.m. Peter's sleeping. And then I hear him in his sleep go, "Help! Help!"
I think he's actually coming in right now. Peter!
Husband Peter to the pod.
Wow, you're so sweaty, Jim boy.
It's like he knew we
were talking.
His name was on our lips.
What's it? It's like you get a little earworm.
Yeah.
Come here.
Okay, well, I'm going to keep telling the story then.
Telling the story.
So he's sleeping and I hear, "Help! Help!" And then I was like, should I do anything? Like, he's a nurse. He doesn't get to sleep that much. Like, maybe I'll just let him keep sleeping. And then I hear, "No! No! Help!" And I was like, okay, I need to weigh my options here. I'm either going to wake this man up. I don't want to scare him. What time would you say this? It was 4 a.m.
Okay.
And so I was like, if I wake him up, like, he might not fall back asleep. Ultimately, I was like, what would I want in this situation? And if I was in a dream where I'm screaming for help, I would love to get out. So,
really?
Yeah. Okay. So I was like, "Peter, are you having a bad dream?" And he goes, "Yes, thank you for getting me out of there." So I did the right thing. Yeah. I did the, and to speak
sweaty.
That's to okay, speak on this issue, just pick your head and did I do the right thing?
You did. I was trying to scream for help in my dream, but I couldn't.
And I came to your rescue.
That's so nice that I would like, sometimes I feel like you need to go through all those emotions in your sleep to really get them out of your system.
And sometimes you're Prince Charming, and Prince Charmings can come in multiple shapes and forms. Right. Like, some could have receding hairlines.
Some look like Barney.
Yeah. And Disney hasn't represented this yet.
Disney?
Yeah.
No, I think, aren't they making like an A24 horror film about Barney? Oh, wait, what are you talking about?
Prince Charming's babe.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're right.
Anyways, what would you do in this situation? Would you wake someone up?
I love that show. Remember, what would you do? I don't know. I think I guess if it was going on for long enough, I'd wake them up.
But if it was just twice?
I would let them just continue their dream.
That's horrible.
No, because it's a dream, and I do think that, like...
That's horrible. So if someone unfortunately became a vegetable, you'd let them sit there and suffer in silence?
A vegetable? What? But they're asleep.
Yeah, but they're screaming for help, and it's like, you don't want to help?
But they're in their dream. So I feel like... Because I feel like in our dreams, we kind of process everything that happened through our day, through our whole life.
I don't want to process when I'm being chased by a clown.
Just because I ran after you and you didn't recognize me did not mean you were being chased by a clown.
So true, bestie.
When I walked into the second bar I went to last night, they had a picture on the door that was a clown with like like no clowns in it. And I gave my ID to the bartender, and he said, "I'm so sorry." And he pointed to the picture. And I was like, "Wait, are you for real, though?" He's like, "I'm just kidding."
Stop.
It was incredible. Oh, I wanted to speaking of, like, waking up in the dream, I had, semi-recently, I had a friends with benefits come over and sleep over my apartment.
You're right.
And in the middle of the night, and apparently I was talking the entire night and sleep talking. And
you literally can't stop talking in your sleep and you're awake.
It's like, talking to a wall. In the middle of the night, I get up, turn to him, and say, "Hello, Sydney."
That. Oh, my friend farted.
Because I love
this is a really authentic podcast where sometimes gas is passed.
Yeah.
I felt the couch vibrating, and I thought, maybe we're moving, maybe we're shifting.
We're kind of shifting gears into a darker, an even darker time where,
Okay, cool, so cool.
What would you do in that situation? If someone said hello,
I was going to say, once I was a summer camp counselor, and I had a kid who would sleep talk. And one time in the middle of the night, I remember I was just sleeping and I hear, Satan. And I was like, oh my God. I was 16 or 17. And I was the only counselor of this bunk. And I'm just sleeping. I'm like, I must protect these children. And I hear that. So to me, I was like, oh, that's nothing.
Right, yeah.
At least Ghostface you could run from. Satan, honey.
You're screwed. In my dream, I was having a dream that I was on the stage that Marvelous Mrs. Maisel performed at, like the Gaslight or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
And I was doing a set, and the punchline was "Hello, Sydney."
Right.
And it killed in the dream. Unfortunately, it didn't really make any sense. But,
right.
Yeah.
So fun.
Should I talk about my night last night?
Talk about your night
So I went to that bar, and then after I get home, I'm fully in drag, but I'm ravenously horny because I have a dating game in the show, and it gets really horny that there's whipped cream that's poured on people and they lick it off. And I was really horny watching that.
It got very erotic.
Yeah.
I noticed a lot of guys started holding themselves, taking bathroom breaks.
I have never felt like I was going to get hard in drag with my dick tucked. Except there's maybe 3 times. That was the third. So I was ravenously horny. I open the apps and I see a former affair that I've had. A former flame that I've had. And he was the guy that kind of recently, what's it called? 50 Shades of Grey'd me.
Oh.
Yeah. And that kind of dom sub situation.
So fun.
And so I went down to his apartment.
Where was that?
It was low Upper East Side, and I'm Upper East Side.
Yeah.
So I did have to take a car. It was really cheap. It was totally worth it. And I got dominated last night.
Like whips and chains?
No.
Oh, just vibes.
Just vibes. Mm-hmm. Nothing hurt me or anything. It's not full. I've never read 50 Shades of Grey. I never saw the movie. I don't know if that's a good comparison or not. This is very light.
But you felt safe.
I felt safe. Yeah.
You paused.
I felt mostly. No, I did feel safe.
Mostly.
No. I did feel safe ultimately, but there was a danger in the air, and I know
fun.
I know this guy, so it's not ultimately I know that I'm completely safe. But I feel one thing I feel I'm oversharing a lot these days.
That's why we have a podcast.
That's why we have a podcast. I've always been an oversharer.
Yeah,
but I saw a tarot reader the week before my last relationship ended.
Right.
And
I'd say imploded.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a nicer word.
Yeah. It's more accurate.
Yeah. And the tarot reader was actually bought by my ex's sibling and sister-in-law. And the tarot reader told me that she said, "You're going to meet the love of your life this year." And I was like, well, I'm pretty sure the love of my life is in the room next door. And the reason I'm in this chair right now. And she looked at me and she looked at the cards and she said, "That's just not what the cards are saying."
Ooh. Mic drop. See this mic? I don't want it to drop, but it could have.
Yeah, please, because I set this all up.
Yeah.
I don't want it to drop, and it'll be a whole sound thing.
It'll be a whole thing.
Yeah. But she also told me that I have to be more vulnerable this year, publicly, to expand my audience, and that using my voice and being vulnerable will help a lot of people.
So you, that meant getting dominated?
Yes, that means I should openly talk about getting dominated.
Is that really the connection you're making? I'm just curious.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 100%. And because I think it'll really help people. And I guess she didn't even say it would help people. She said that, anyway, I don't know. She's like, my voice is important and needs to be shared.
That's so nice of her to say. Yeah. And I think that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah, exactly.
And thank you for sharing.
Yeah, but I wanted to, like, considering my relationship had imploded, I feel like this domination situation feels nice because it really gets you out of your head.
Right.
And
you love improv.
And I love improv. So it's nice to just kind of be like, okay, what's the situation? Like, okay, yes, and. And yeah, so I went to sleep really late last night.
I had a different form of improv this week.
Yeah.
I did a photo shoot. Can't say exactly what it's for, but it was with Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang, who I love so much. Our podcast sisters.
Our podcast sisters.
You know, like we both are two gay
We're
best
like
friends.
The Temu version of what we hope to be.
Is there an app cheaper than Temu?
I have it, and I will talk about it later, because I'm actually in a fight with them. It's fully a scam.
Well, we are that. But to Matt and Bowen. But God, I've been a fan of them for years. Now I get to work with them. I love them so much. We had so much fun. And usually when I'm on a set, I'm with other types of reality stars who like improvising isn't like their what they do.
They're reality stars.
They're reality stars. Yeah. So I'm like, ooh, like say this or like do this TikTok of your most iconic quote. It was so fun to flex a different muscle of like just letting them improv. They improved with me. We went back and forth, and I was like, I guess like for my first time ever doing improv to be with, you know, two comedic legends.
You basically got booked in like the original UCB weekly show situation.
UCBO, okay? UCBO.
They actually smell okay.
Thank you.
How's the breath?
Let's not talk about it. I did brush my teeth and floss before this podcast.
Thank God.
I'm just keeping track of the time. Yeah. We could talk a little bit more like about ourselves.
I would love to, because I have two more things I want to share.
Yeah, please.
At least. One is I'm in a fight with MrBurley.com.
Mr. Burley?
Yeah. I think it's called Mr. Burley.
I've never heard of this.
No, you get ads on Instagram about this all the time. 1 second.
I'm in a fight with Kumori. But we'll more after the break.
What's Kumori?
Kumori is like this gay underwear brand that keeps being advertised to me, and I was like, I need a 6-pack of these. They sent me a 6-pack of boxer briefs that are like long to the floor instead of briefs, and I was like, this is the wrong thing. They didn't respond to me. I keep following up, being like, give me either money back. Or
I'm
going to
tell you what.
Well, what I did was I was going to go to my credit card, report for fraud. Instead, I blasted them on social media. And then I got a response, And
okay. Well, I'm doing that too.
Yeah,
for sure.
Blast the girls.
And so Mr. Burley sent me. There was this like.
What's the gay word for Karen?
Kevin.
We're Kevins.
Yeah, we're Kevins.
Yeah.
I think Jewish.
Yeah.
I think we're Jewish. Yeah. So Mr. Burley, I kept getting this ad of this gorgeous suit. It was a light gray suit with red like stripes down the side that looked very Adidas, and I kept being like, do I get this? And inevitably I just pulled the plunge. It arrives.
Took the plunge.
I took the plunge.
You don't pull a plunge. You pull a plug, or you take the plunge.
I'm kind of in like my own kind of Shakespearean era where I'm just making up phrases, making up words, and I'm getting to do whatever I want to do.
Okay. Sorry that I'm so freaking smart, brother.
So,
we went to the same college, but the level of intellect.
Right. I went to theater school for it. I was actually a scholar. I had a scholarship as a scholar at the school.
Yeah, you were Magna Fart Loud.
Don't bring up MAGA over here. It arrives in the mail. The picture was an oversized suit. It was very much like standard sizing. It was obviously like horrible quality, but it's like a Temu situation. I was expecting something like that. Mm-hmm. But it was such bad quality. One of the pockets was like sewn just completely incorrectly. It looked really bunched. It like stuck out to the side when you were wearing it.
Weird.
And also the trim on the side had loose threads galore. And it was just so ugly. So
we can't have
that. And
I
was going to even keep the pants and just get a like larger suit, because I was thinking I could wear it in drag.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, let me just return and buy again and hopefully get like a pant that is sewn correctly.
Oh, that's just not ever going to be sewn correctly.
It's not, because this place is fully
I can see the
scam.
future.
Yeah. So I reach out to them and I'm like, hi. And so you have to email them to get, because I read the like return policy before, because I want to make sure. And it said like, if it doesn't fit, if there's like a quality issue, we will refund it 100% and pay for shipping. And they were like,
so thoughtful.
We're so sorry that you had a bad experience. We're happy to give you 10% off all future orders. And I was like, wait, no, sister.
No.
So I went into not ChatGPT, but Gemini, Google's Gemini. And I actually spoke into, I know that like ChatGPT and all these things use a lot of water and resources to destroy the environment. But do you know what else is destroying the environment? Fast fashion. And I'm doing a fight against them. So
you're doing the fight, but you're also actively participating by buying it.
Yeah. Because you have to get on the inside.
So actually, you're on both ends.
Yeah.
You're using AI to fight fast fashion while also
using
consuming it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm kind of like a secret agent. And I'm really getting in there. I'm like experiencing the culture, like seeing what's up so that I can attack.
Right.
And now I'm attacking Mr. Burley. So I used Gemini to write me a response. ChatGPT boot. Gemini wrote me the most beautiful response. It sounded like.
Do we know if Gemini uses water equally?
They all like.
Oh fuck! Okay, keep going.
But they wrote me the most beautiful response, and we've been back and forth for a while, and they're like threatening this company via my email, via me sending, and I keep getting a little closer.
Yeah.
But I already have like. Filed with my bank to get a full refund.
Incredible.
And now I'm going to like make a TikTok and literally be like, don't buy from this
the
company.
Activism we need.
Yeah.
I'm going to take to the streets and I'm going to make a TikTok.
I was just furious. Because they were like, we're sorry that you didn't enjoy this. You can very simply cut the access thread and the pocket can be
so they're saying, now you have to get to work.
Yeah. I'm like, as someone who occasionally sews, I did a much better job than this pocket. And they told me I could iron the pocket. No, sir.
Oh, they're like really
no, Mr. Burley.
No, Mr. Burley.
So I just think we should not. Same thing with your underwear brand. I think all these companies are fake and they're scammers.
Yeah.
And we can't buy from them anymore. And
except for this one called Ortutu.
Ortu actually seems great.
Yeah.
They're also a scam because they pretend like all their stuff is always on sale.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, it was $150, but now it's $88, so it's a steal. But it always was $88.
That's like this thing that I wanted to try called Dose for Your Liver, where you take a shot of basically ginger every morning. But they, and I went to check out and I was like, I don't think I need to spend $60 on this. And they're like, guess what? The biggest sale. Since you left it in your car. Like, if you leave it in your car, you get the biggest sale.
Yeah.
It's all freaking scams, brother. So picture this, audience, okay? Audience of millions. It's a Tuesday night. You and your husband have worked a long day of work. You come home. You're sitting in the living room. You're just eating some dinner. And then 3 drag queens say, Queen! Can we come and pregame Cats the Jellicle Ball after party, Queen? And we're like, of course. And then so take it from there.
Yeah. I last minute got 2 tickets to Cats the Jellicle Ball opening night after party. We did not get to see the actual show. I will be seeing it at the end of the month.
Can you tell people briefly what it is?
So Cats is a musical written by Andrew Lloyd Webber.
And Taylor Swift.
She starred in the movie.
Right. I always get that confused.
Yeah. Written by Andrew Lloyd Webber, and it is just, he took a book called, I think it's called Cats by T.S. Eliot, and it's just a bunch of poems about cats, and he took that and made it into a musical. The musical is about a group of cats called the Jellicle Cats that are all like, I want to be the Jellicle choice to have another life, to be reborn. Makes no sense. But this brilliant team decided that they are going to set it in the ballroom scene, which is, if you don't know what ballroom is, open a book.
Honey, read a Wikipedia.
Open a book.
.net.
Yeah, so it's like different houses competing in various categories of, like dance performance, realness.
This is painful to listen to.
I think we have to cut all of this. I'm still kind of hungover from yesterday. Anyway, they said it in the ballroom scene, and for the first time in the world, Cats the Musical makes sense and has a plot. I always hated Cats the Musical, except for the one song, Magical Mr. Mustaples, which I played on repeat in the cassette in my car, going to day camp with my mom. And I used to watch the VHS on repeat. But having said that, hate Cats. I had to watch once 3 community theater productions of it in 1 year.
Painful.
And it was some of the worst stuff. Watching a young child pretend to lick their paws is not for these filthy draws.
Okay, let's get back into this night.
So
you're going to an after party.
Yeah, we're going to an after party. We just like show up at Donald and Peter's apartment, and it was some of the best stuff ever. I went with Cosmo and Black Cherry. I only had a +1, but I brought 2. And Black Cherry was fully in drag. So
a full woman walked into our apartment.
It was, I'm telling like the most hilarious,
insane stories. I'm pouring everyone shots. I'm like, shots. I felt like my father who used to host pre-games like that, and I'm like, okay, you guys go out, and I'll stay here. And I felt very proud to do that.
Yeah.
And then you went to the after party.
We went to the after party. It was so fun. It felt like a ballroom-themed bar mitzvah. It was like the biggest budget event I've been to. It was at Pier 60. Huge space, huge dance floor. They had free drinks. They had free food. Like, it was crazy. Decorations.
And how did you guys get in with 3 people but only 1 ticket?
I think if you walk anywhere with a drag queen, they're gonna get in.
True, there's like other probably supposed to be.
Yeah, I think it's like you're just supposed to be here, especially at that kind of an event.
Right,
they're not gonna like stop a drag queen from walking in.
Right.
It was so fun. I got to like I'm acquaintances with some of the people on the show. One of my actual friends is the associate director on the production. I'm friends with one of the co-producers, so it was like I actually knew a lot more people than I expected to walking in, which was so fun. And it was just like a blast. All of the people in the
It was a ball.
They had someone on the mic the whole time being like pussy 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 meow meow meow. It was amazing. And everyone in the cast like did a moment on the dance floor. Everyone was circling and everyone had like a moment to shine. And it was like seeing the show.
Yeah, that's
I saw the show downtown. It was phenomenal. It was one of my top 5 like theatrical live experiences I've ever seen. And I'm really excited to see it in a few weeks. But it was And
then you went to an after party and you just kept going.
Just kept going all night long.
And you made some friends from it.
I made some friends along the way. I did hook up at the Cats after party. I did hook up at the Cats opening night party, and I did hook up at the Cats opening night after party as well.
Listen, my friend is single. Yeah. He's mingling with humans, with cats, you name it.
Yeah.
I feel like it's time to get to groupthink.
I think it is.
Okay, so let's get into groupthink, where it's just the topics that we are all thinking about as a community, as a collective.
In pop culture.
Yeah.
So a first one that I really have no idea about that I'm hoping you might is Cat's Eye. I think one of their members like quit.
Okay, yes. I do know a bit about this. So Cat's Eye was a group of 6 women. A K-pop group, and they were founded like via this Netflix show, and it showed like the making of the group. Then I guess recently people have been noticing like a rift with one of them, and she's Cat's out, honey.
Oh boy,
she's Cat's out. They're doing Coachella this weekend. She's not going to be a part of it. So I think, I mean. My take is like 6 people is already a lot. Like I, as someone who I like Cat's Eye, but I don't know everyone by name, and I'm kind of like I don't know. With the Spice Girls, when one of them left, I was like, okay, this is ruining the group,
and it
did because they were all so distinct, and it was like, oh, we need each one of these ingredients.
Babies, like everyone had like a very specific brand. Yeah.
Cat's Eye, and they're so popular.
Maybe they do. I don't know anything about Cat's Eye. I'm sorry.
I enjoy their music and their Gap commercial, but other than that, I don't really know. So they're going to be doing Coachella, which is another thing where I'm like, I don't care about Coachella.
Same. I'm not a big like music festival
You're a music theater person, but not a music festival. I'm just like, what? I'm going to spend $1 bajillion to stand in the heat all day, sweat, pay for a stylist, which I won't be doing.
You have to pay for a stylist?
So many people pay for stylists. I saw something on TikTok today that I thought was a parody, and I like checked even the comments to make sure, where this guy was like, okay, I finally hired a stylist for Coachella this year because I like everyone else has really cool outfits and I just want to step my game up a little bit. And he's like, so I have this like really nice white shirt here. Just shorts from this place at brand new Vans. He's like, my stylist was $3,000. And I was like,
that's nothing.
I was just like,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
just
so many people,
being.
Get stylists, and it's just to make them look like effortless. Like they're not wearing ball gowns. It's like make me look like chill and cool. Yeah. Do you even know? Do you know who's headlining Coachella?
Is it Coach or is it Ella?
Honey.
No, I don't. Is it Justin Bieber?
Justin Bieber.
Wow.
Who?
And Cat's Eye?
I don't know. I know it's Justin Bieber. I know it's Sabrina Carpenter. There's rumors that she's gonna bring out Madonna.
Whoa.
And someone else, but
I truly don't care.
I truly don't care.
Maybe
it's Cat's Eye.
Swipe up if you care.
Yes, and swipe left or swipe right. Like I don't know. Unless it's Gagachella or Baychella.
Yeah, I really cared about those.
I care deeply about Baychella. Deeply. And thank God it's available to stream.
I think
like our podcast.
Like our podcast. I think that I recently visited home, as I explained last episode, and I realized that growing up, I thought I didn't like music because my dad only really listened to jam bands like the Grateful Dead and Mo and things like that. And I don't enjoy those sounds in any capacity.
Yeah.
And so I just was like, oh, music isn't for me. So then when I was brought to like a musical, I was like, oh, wait, like this music I like.
You love music.
And then I learned that like I actually love music as long as it's Lady Gaga, Ariana Grande, or someone gay like Renee Rapp.
I remember trying so hard to like Dave Matthews because I'm like, this feels straight. This feels straight.
That was also another part of not liking music.
Yeah.
Because I loved like Britney Spears, but I wasn't gonna. My personality became the Beatles in 6th grade.
Yeah.
Because that was like, well, you like Air, you like the Beatles. Like, no one can say anything about that being gay.
I remember vividly when the Spice Girls went on their reunion tour, and I was obsessed with them. I was in high school, and I had been obsessed with them, but this is like 10 years later, they're doing a tour, and I was like, I need to be there. But I was like, that's really gay.
Yeah.
So, but opening for them was the Pussycat Dolls. So I literally was like, maybe I could just say, like, I thought the Pussycat Dolls were hot, and that's why I was going. I ultimately couldn't get myself to do it. I was like, ugh, they're gonna know.
They would know, because the Pussycat Dolls are also gay.
And they're reunited. And they're another group who went from multiple people to less because of, I think in that group, like one of them's MAGA, one of them's injured. I mean, the MAGA one's injured in the brain.
Isn't it the lead MAGA?
It's unclear at this time.
Right. She just commented. Speaking of her, last night...
Nicole Scherzinger.
Yes. Last night...
Spell Scherzinger.
P. Last night, after my gig at Red Eye, they have a like kind of an open mic kind of thing, but with a pianist. And they had some incredible people performing, and there was this one diva who sang a song from another Andrew Lloyd Webber musical that Nicole Scherzinger starred in recently called... What was it called?
Meow, the meow, meow, meow.
No, you know.
Where she's like, I saw this.
Yeah.
I paid money to see it.
And I've seen the movie a million times. The original.
This is really annoying. I hate when I'm listening to a podcast and they have a moment like this and you're like screaming into your phone.
So if you know what it is, swipe up.
I'm going to look it up.
It's Plasma's favorite musical too.
Hey, keep going.
Sunset Boulevard. Got it.
Sunset Boulevard. Sunset Boulevard.
Someone sang a song from Sunset Boulevard. And
doesn't that feel good if you're listening right now that we figured it out?
And I went up to her and I was like, who are you? Your voice is incredible. And she's like, I'm Susan. I forget her name. And I was like, are you a performer? And she said, yeah, I've been on Broadway. And I said, oh, which show? She said, Bad Cinderella. And I was like, I'm so sorry for you. Oh. And she's like, I know, I'm just like auditioning, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Some other guy came up and was like, I just sent that to Nicole. And I was like, Scherzinger? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay.
What a flex.
Yeah, it was a flex. And then they were like, yeah, this guy runs Broadway. And I was like, well, then I have some tea for you. And so I spilled the tea on my ex. And he was like, oh, don't worry. He will not be cast in the future.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it always comes back to revenge.
Revenge is really a beautiful thing, isn't it?
And I blasted both the best friend's husband and my ex. And one of them had heard of my best friend's husband, and because he also like works in theater.
Recently, I was gonna get revenge on someone, but then he was like, "I spent time in a steam room with your best friend." So I didn't know like how I was gonna get revenge.
Yeah, it's hard to do that.
He got revenge on me, I guess.
Yeah, I think. You can still keep working though.
Wait, there's something we need to talk about. Like, we've spoken about the stars, the celebrities.
Yes.
But let's talk about the moon.
Let's talk about the moon. Let's talk about the moon. The astronauts went on up there. They spun around.
I don't really get what's different about this time.
I think that we've never seen the back of the moon before.
Oh. I don't, gay people, this is gay astronomy.
Yeah. I don't know either. And I saw a TikToker post like crying about it.
Yeah.
And at first I thought it was a parody video, but then it actually wasn't.
It's the theme of the day. So many things on TikTok, you're like, is this a joke? I think everyone looks at my social media and say, is he joking?
And hopefully he is.
Hopefully. I have no clue. Yeah. But I mean, I also, when I woke up from Peter sleep talking recently, I go on Twitter and I see like, here's the moon in 4K, like you've never seen it before. And I was like, wow, that's actually incredible.
It is gorgeous.
I guess I don't know why though. Like, why is that? Like,
I think it just kind of puts life into perspective in a beautiful way, where you're like, because I think it's so easy to think that the moon revolves around you as an every single individual, but you realize that we're just part of this collective of a bunch of cells morphed together to make this beautiful universe that we're in.
I'm crying.
Yeah.
I'm crying. No, would you feel...
And I think nature's healing.
Would you feel safe in space?
No.
Me neither.
No.
I get carsick. I don't know how I feel.
I get really seasick.
Oh.
Remember your 30th birthday? I get really seasick.
So we do not want to be in the first ever gays in space. If NASA is listening to this podcast, these gays don't want to be in space. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. We will do like a kind of a parody of like a reboot of... I think they're bringing Spaceballs back, actually.
That's incredible.
So we'll be in like the third one for sure.
Yeah.
Because this will blow up by then and they'll be like begging us.
What gay people should we send to space?
What gay people should we send to space? I think we just were talking about Billy Eichner and how everyone on TikTok is just stealing what he did and just like reheating his nachos, as the kids like to say. And I think he deserves to go to space.
I think he deserves to go to space. I feel like a man on the street interview is a little hard. Gravity-wise in space?
To do on the space. Well, no, because he could meet some Martian on the street. Martian in the moon.
Martian?
Martian
you're
in
gonna
the...
say, that's the word you're going to say?
Sorry. Extraterrestrial. No, we don't... What do we not like to say?
Alien.
ETs. Alien.
Yeah.
We don't want to... No one deserves to be called an alien, not even extraterrestrials.
We're saying this because Demi Lovato gets very upset when you call extraterrestrial beings aliens.
Yeah.
She thinks it's disrespectful. You know what's disrespectful, though? Not getting to our final segment of the pod.
Well, then we gotta get to it.
So this is called...
What do you even think?
And what do you even think is where we're going to give each other...
So we're switching. This is our third episode.
Gears.
We're switching gears. Mm-hmm. We've been giving each other like a random historical figure that we have no idea who the heck they are. But this time, since... Together, we make the perfect 2003 gay guy. Mm-hmm. Donald is obsessed with reality TV and everything pop culture. I am obsessed with drag and everything Broadway. So we just have different, like, what's it called?
Knowledge bases, you know?
Yeah.
Keppies.
Yeah. You think differently. So we're both going to give each other someone that's like an icon to us that we don't think this person will know.
Yeah.
And we'll see if they know them. And if... whether or not they do, they're gonna tell us who they are.
And I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna give you my person first.
Okay, great. Let's do it.
So this is the one, the only Johnny Fairplay. Tell me about Johnny Fairplay.
Johnny Fairplay is an incredible TV personality. He actually, so speaking of reheating nachos, there's that guy, Mr. Beast, and who kind of puts you in these crazy situations and you have to like, I don't even really know who that is, but you have to do crazy things. Johnny Fairplay is similar, where he takes two people and he puts them in horrible situations and sees how fair they play. His last name actually is just Stein, but he is like, his nickname is Fairplay and that's how he's known. Right. So he's a game show host and a
What's
podcaster.
The name of the show he was on again?
He was on, well, now he has his own show called Fair Play for Fair Players.
Right.
But he first became famous on The Challenge, of course.
And you were so close.
Yes.
So now let me tell you about Johnny Fairplay.
Yeah.
He is an iconic Survivor cast member.
Oh, I feel like was I close at all?
You were, yeah. He twice competed on the show.
Is his real last name Fairplay?
It is.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I guess he was born as John Dalton, but he goes by Johnny Fairplay.
Okay, so I was right about that.
He was famous for, on Survivor Pearl Islands, Johnny Fairplay constructed what is called the greatest lie in Survivor history. Basically, prior to leaving for the show, he said, like, if you make it far enough in Survivor, there's a moment where your family members can come and visit. So he told his friend Dan, he was like, if I make it that far, I need you to come on and say that my grandma died. So people will feel bad for me and they'll let me win the challenge. So he makes it far enough in the show. It's like the top 5 or something. And the guy comes on, he's like,
that's so
man,
dark.
I need to tell you, like, your grandma's dead. And he was like, what? And then everyone in the challenge was like, we give it up, like, let him learn about what happened and stuff. And then they go back and he's like, haha, we get all the food now, idiot. So really dark. Really dark.
That's not fair play at all.
That's not
is that
fair
why
play.
he's called
Yeah,
fair play?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
brilliant. Whoa, that's really dark.
Isn't that intense?
Yeah. I don't know if I like that.
I know, it was like literally horrible.
Was his grandma alive?
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I don't think you should, like, joke about that.
I know.
Don't joke about that.
Okay, who should you think about?
Okay, my person that I'm giving you today is the icon Betty Buckley.
Betty Buckley, a 1920s star, honey. She was a star of the theater, Miss Betty Buckley, specifically the American theater. And she was always on Broadway, off Broadway. She was comfortable with either, which, like, some people, you try and be on Broadway. She got on and she said, I'm good with off. But I'll go on again.
Yeah.
And whenever she went on, she had the most beautiful gowns, jewelry. Many jewelry companies would reach out to her and say, how can we put more jewels on you because of how beautiful you are, Miss Buckley? And ultimately, she died in a fire.
You were
Was I right?
Pretty close.
Oh.
Pretty close. I don't know how you knew about the fire thing. Just kidding about the fire thing. So Betty Buckley I bring her up because Cats the Jellicle Ball just opened this week.
I should have known.
And so she was the person who originated the role of Grisabella, the, like, cat that sings Memory. That's famous. Do you know that song, Memory? All Alone in the Moonlight?
No.
Moonlight. Hey, Moon.
Hey, Moon.
Astronauts.
Hey.
But yes, she was in the musical Cats. She was the first Broadway Grisabella. I think it opened in the West End before her. But yeah, she originated that role in 1982. She won the Tony in the 1983 Tony Awards. And she is just, like, a huge stage persona and Broadway icon.
Why is she not in the 1920s, like I guessed?
I don't know. I think it's just based on when she was born.
And that makes so much sense. Well, you are my best friend.
You are my best friend.
It's been so nice thinking with you
It's
today.
been so nice thinking with you. Thank you for thinking along with us.
We love to think with you all. But until we see you next, I'm the Prima Donald.
I'm Pink Pancake.
And keep thinking and keep your thinking caps on. You Think is produced and edited by Straight Luke, aka Luke Martin, and Kind of Sort of by Peter Schum.
Art by Curtis Brown and music by Jack Rayner.